Alright guys, so I'm going to go over how to go do these problems right here. So an education center offers a total of 400 math, physics, and chemistry courses. The ratio of the number of math to physics to chemistry courses is 3 to 4 to 3. The cost of a math class is $25 per class. The cost of a physics class is $20 per class. If you took all 400 classes, it would cost a total of $9,800. What is the price of each chemistry class? And it asks you to enter your answer. So what you're going to do first is it gives you a ratio. So I'm going to add them all up. So the 3 plus the 4 plus the 3 classes. 3 plus 4 is 7 plus another 3 is 10. So every rate of classes gives me 10 in total. So every pairing. And I had 400 in total. So I'm going to do 400 divided by the 10. And 400 divided by 10 is 40. So I took this rate, I added them together, I got 10. Then I divided my total number of classes by my rate. So I have 40, which means I have to multiply each of these by 40. So I take 40 of each of the class. So I have to take 40 times each of the ratio of the classes. So I'm going to multiply all of these by 40. So let's do it up here. So 3 times 40 is 120, which means I took 120 math classes because math was first. So 120 math classes. And I also had 3 for chemistry. So I know I also took 120 chemistry because I had to do the 3 times the 40 again. I'm just going to write CHEM for chemistry. And again, I did the rate that they gave me, and then I knew that it was 40 for each of them once I divided. And then the last one I have to multiply by 4, so I'm going to do 4 times 40, and I get 160, which means I would have to take 160, and the middle one was physics. So I'm going to put PHY for physics. All right, so now I know how much of each class I have to take all of them. And this should add up to 400 if you did want to check it. So each of these, if you add them together, you should get 400, which was the total number of classes. So now I can multiply by the cost. So for the math, I'm going to multiply 120 times $25. And then for use a different color. For the physics, I'm going to multiply by $20 per class. So multiply by 20. All right. So 120 times 25 is 3,000, which means the math classes to take all 120 of them cost $3,000, and then 160 times 20 was 3,200. All right, so I'm going to add those together. So let's use red. Okay, so I'm going to add the 3,000 for the cost of the math classes plus 3,200, which was the cost of the physics classes, and I get 6,200. So that's how much the math and the physics cost. They said it was 9,800 in total, so I'm going to subtract these two. So 9,800 minus 6,200. And I'm going to get, I have to borrow, oh wait, 8 take away 2, I don't have to borrow. Whoops. I don't have to borrow. Ignore that. 8 take away 2 is 6, and then 9 take away 6 is 3. So I know that the chemistry classes cost 3,600. I need the cost per class. So it's 3,600 for all 120 of them. So my last step is to divide. So I'm going to do, so all the chemistry classes cost 3,600 in total. I took 120 of them, so I'm going to divide to get the cost per class. So just a quick shortcut, if you ever have zeros, you can always cross them off if they're at the end. So 3,600 divided by 12, or 360 divided by 12 is 30. So the chemistry classes cost $30 per class. And I can double check. That kind of makes sense because math was 25, physics was 20, 30 is close to those numbers, so that kind of makes sense. And I click check it, and it says great job. So that's kind of how to solve this problem. It is kind of multiple steps. So just to review, I added the ratios together. I found out it was 10. I divided that total number of classes by how much each ratio needs for it to be complete, and I got 40. So then once I found 40, I knew that I needed to multiply each of these by 40 to get the number of classes. I can double check this by adding them together and seeing that it equals 400. Once I knew the number of classes, I was able to multiply the cost of the classes to find the leftover amount of money so that I could divide by the number of chemistry classes to get the cost per class. So it is kind of multiple steps, but this is more of the difficult problem.